Okay lang.
Kasi malipatan mo yung lupa.
Sige, salamat Col.
Nakawala na.
On na.
Kaya binabalansin pre.
Yeah.
It's okay lang kayo pag mag-ano ka, hangin naman.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
Parts, overdue na parts.
Ha?
Overdue na. Bye-bye. Ako. Hinte. Hindi ko
Bye.
I think I need to get this one. Para sa akong
No.
butang kay Mark.
No, I already know. Then I don't have na. Oh, where is one I did not find?
Ay, dito sa likod ni Mark. Dito sa likod ng bag. Okay.
Where you will sit then?
Okay lang. Ay, maganda nga. Wala ka lang.
Gani. Okay lang. Bye. Sige. Bye. Oh. Christmas is done. Back to work. This Christmas went so fast. Did not even notice. Now maybe another 2 months straight work, and then hopefully I can have another 3 days off or something like that. Weather is nice, luckily it's not so hot. I think it showed like 25 degrees, so I believe when I arrive home it's going to be around 30-ish. By the way, we are almost on 100 followers. I believe it's 75 at the moment. So if you are watching this video and you find it somewhat entertaining, or you just like to watch videos about riding, then feel free to subscribe. It is after all free. You don't have to pay for that, so it helps a lot with the channel, with the growth of the channel, so I would really appreciate that. Other than that, if you watch my videos and you have any questions, then go ahead and comment. For the equipment like cameras and stuff like that, I usually put the affiliate links down in the description. So if you are here in the Philippines and you want to buy affordable things, then just go ahead and check them out. I do get a small commission from those items, but they are not overpriced, so they are still regular price or discounted at least. Let's wait for that tractor to pass. Go na. Okay, about 1 hour to ride. Most likely I will try to make this video a bit shorter because I don't think that anyone wants to see 1 hour of just plain riding. If ever I see something interesting and worth mentioning, then I will just, you know, keep it in the footage. But other than that, I do have plenty of videos already going from Mlang, North Cotabato to Tacurong City in Sultan Kudarat. So there are some changes on the route. Some bridges have been fixed, and there is a bit more clear asphalt or new asphalt laid down. But other than that, you know, all the locations are the same. Unfortunately, there is no other route to take, so that's what we have to deal with. I did have a question about the upgrades of this Rusi Classic 250. So let's talk about this a little bit. There are some things that you may want to buy, you don't necessarily need them. For example, this charger I haven't used already for who knows how long time. That phone charger is not giving out enough power to charge while using GPS. It kind of keeps the power, but it's still, you know, it's not beneficial. It's only if you want to use it for camera, which has smaller battery, then it works fine. But yeah, for the cell phone, it's kind of useless. So be mindful of what kind of chargers you will buy, just to make sure that there is enough power coming out. Then of course another one is phone holder, which, you know, you need it if you really want to follow the GPS, but other than that, if I already go to the known location, I really don't use it. Now, the first thing that you should buy, especially with this kind of motorcycle, is crash guard or slider. I bought one, I ordered, I installed. It's basically plug and play. I can put a link in the description. It's less than 1,000 pesos. I used to go to work every night, or late in the evening, almost 30 kilometers one way, and one night there was heavy rain and part of the road was flooded. The water was almost knee deep. Since there was no street light, thank you very much, Municipality of Tantangan in South Cotabato. So since there was no street lights, I dove into that water straight. It was like hitting the tree. Stopped me almost immediately. I flew over the handlebars and my bike just started to slide. Luckily, since I had those sliders already installed 1 week prior, which was quite a good coincidence, I have to say. Only things that took damage was my left side slider, which was bent a little bit, and of course the rubber bushing was, scratched, and also my side mirror was scratched, and my clutch lever, and that's it. No damage to the tank, no damage to the paint of the motorcycle. Only other thing that got scratched was my top box, which is okay. So all in total, I hardly had any expenses. One thing I did, since the handlebar was a bit crooked, since this handlebar has rubber bushings, those bushings were, just misplaced. So all I had to do is to go to Rusi and give them 20 pesos. They just, fix the alignment of the handlebar, and that's it. So that would be number one thing to think about. Then another thing that you should think about definitely is to get yourself an action camera. It would be best if it's waterproof. If it's not, like mine, then it's also okay, but you just have to be careful when it's heavy rain, in case you will also slide like me. It will get damaged. Other than that, light rain will not do anything to it. It's totally fine. And this action camera basically that I'm using right now is not even 3,000 pesos. Why it helps you a lot is, you already know, if you are Filipino and you ride your motorcycle every day, there is two types of motorcycle riders. There are defensive riders and there are kamote riders. And I tend to be that defensive type, because being kamote will finally, make you pay a lot. I do keep all my registrations, my driver's license, everything up to date. I always check that lights are working, that brakes are working. Otherwise, paying all those penalties and paying all those insurance claims, it's not a cheap luxury. It's something that people here don't want to do 100%. They will rather evade. Even though you have insurance with your that is required with third-party insurance, I would recommend you to go ahead and go to either Gcash or Shopee and avail additional insurance for your motorcycle and for your accidents, because I believe that the insurance that is required by LTO, it is only covering the expenses of your motorcycle if you are in the accident and it's not your fault. Or maybe it had some kind of life insurance policy also, or I don't remember from the top of my head, but definitely it would be a good idea to get additional. It doesn't cost you much. I think it's like 1,000 or something per year. But going back to upgrades, I was kind of flying from one topic to another. Upgrades on the motorcycle. With this kind of motorcycle, you definitely want to have some kind of cargo box, top box, or side panniers. I do have top box. It did not cost much. The most expensive thing with that setup was, of course, the bracket, which I can also put a link in the description. If I remember correctly, it was around 2,000 pesos. But then again, that regular cheaper top box was only 700 pesos in the local store, where I usually buy my helmets and everything else. So it's not expensive to have one, because you should not have any weight on your shoulders. As much as possible, try to keep your cargo separate from your body. There are a couple of reasons. First of all, your shoulders will get tired. Then, second of all, if there is an accident and you have something hard or something sharp in your backpack and you will fall, most likely that sharp item will break you. So you don't have any issues with having the bag attached to your back, or having that shoulder bag in front of you. Alright, bagong tapay. Sun is straight into my eyes. Okay, now I have had this motorcycle basically 1 year. January 10 will become 1 year of this bike, and so far I haven't done anything major to it. No repairs, nothing, only small things. I think I have mentioned it already before, that I had to change one O-ring on the radiator because it was leaking. So instead of buying additional O-ring, we just used liquid sealant, and that's been working out fine until now. So we have right now on the odometer 11,724 kilometers without any major repair works, which I believe is very good. One thing that you need to check is the chain, because it seems like the rear sprocket and the chain, at least on this motorcycle, they are not exactly fit. So it makes the adjusting of the chain a little bit difficult. It kind of wants to jump, because at some point it's nice and fit on the teeth, and then on the half round or half circulation, it's going off the tooth a little bit. So it is not perfect. I have been checking those chain and bracket sets on Shopee for quite a while now, but I'm a bit scared to order that, because I am not sure how durable they are. There are sprocket sets that are 300 pesos. There are sprocket sets that are 600 pesos. Then there is 2,500 pesos. So it's not really clear what to expect. Most likely the best option is to go ahead, take the measurements, and go and buy one from either Yamaha or Suzuki or wherever. They should fit, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of parts are compatible with TMX. Then one more thing that I believe you should do when you buy this motorcycle brand new, or even if you will buy this second hand, definitely, even though they will put the oil inside when you pull out your unit, go ahead and change that oil. Change the oil to higher velocity. I used to ride with an oil, I think it was 20W50, but then I changed it to 20W40, but a little bit more expensive one. So since I do not ride anymore that much, only a couple of times per month I use motorcycle now, I believe I don't need that 20W50, because the engine is not getting so much beat anymore. slow down here because people here most likely don't know how to ride. One thing I have noticed about this scrambler type or scrambler type motorcycles, or small roadsters, that as soon as people will buy them, they tend to modify as much as possible. The only issue with those modifications is that your motorcycle will lose so much value. The more original parts you have on your motorcycle, the more it, even if you try to sell it, let's say after 3 years when you are done with your payment, or maybe you bought it cash, give it some time, keep it all original parts, and just maybe modify it little by little. Because right now here in the Philippines, those requirements for motorcycle, they change very often. You can see new requirements coming in almost every 3 months. Then police starts to harass you, why you don't have mud cards, why you don't have this, why you don't have that. Your signal lights are not supposed to be that. So just to be safe, then at some point, if you can see that, okay, I have maybe budget for another motorcycle, I will keep this one for a project, that's the time when you start changing your seats, and maybe if you are driving carb type classic, then you can start modifying the engine. But right now I really do not recommend, especially if you buy that brand new. I can see on Facebook Marketplace those modified classics will sell for 20,000 pesos. 20,000 pesos. Brand new is 92. Okay, seems like we are almost driving to the part where road is rough roads. Well, technically it should not be rough road, but unfortunately it is. Thank you for Buluan and Tatoaglas. First checkpoint of the day. Why you are pushing? You don't have steering wheel. Alright, next checkpoint. The first one was for basically for washing your feet with special liquid, since we do have bird flu and swine fever going on in some areas. Yep, like I said, rough road. There is a lot of speculations why municipalities here are not fixing those roads. So you never know which one is true, which one is not. All the locals, they say that these roads are not upgraded because there may be, you know, some extremists or just criminals who tend to, you know, carjack or steal your motorcycles, or there has been some shooting incidents, and they want to be sure that those criminals are not able to enter the checkpoint with high speed. So that's one of the speculations. I don't know if it's 100% true or totally false, but that's what people is talking about. That's also one of the reasons why personally I do not like to ride in this area after dark, because you never know what's going to happen. Since one thing that you do not see here much is Philippine police. Most likely what you do see is armed forces that are controlling the checkpoints in the area. There is no, I have never seen traffic police here, highway patrol. I have never seen. The only checkpoint of police, I believe, is coming pretty soon, but I think you can also see from the footage that it's going to be supported by armed forces rather than just the police. Tell me you are in Datu Baglas without telling me you are in Datu Baglas. One day I started to think that maybe I should buy a cup holder for a motorcycle, but then again, you need to use something that will hold the temperature, because if it's under the sun, maybe 40-50 degrees, what's the purpose of your drink? You will just drink boiling water. Okay, so that bridge got fixed. Well, not technically fixed, it's just that they laid down some kind of asphalt, so it will not break your motorcycle or whatever vehicle when you're crossing it. It's not, I mean, it's not smooth, but then again, it's coming downhill, so I don't know if smooth would be the best option. It's quite rough and bumpy, but at least better than before. Okay, that's very good place to park. Thank you. Some of these checkpoints, they seem like you know, out of business, but actually I believe that in the evening and at night time they are still operating. No way I have a honeybee inside my helmet. I hope it flew out. Guys, try to explain me one thing. Let's say you are riding your motorcycle, okay, you don't have helmet, and then you're smoking your cigarette. Can you imagine how fast that cigarette burns out? Kind of waste, if you ask from me. Would you look at that? Very nice. Another checkpoint. Welcome to Buluan. There is another bridge under construction here. I wonder how long it takes for them to fix that. It's a bit bigger job, but it's been already almost 1 year, I think. I may remember wrong, but it's been really long time. At least there is no lollipop on the way, or that stop sign. Installed all the main beams and everything. It's just matter of cementing the landing and ongoing. Suspected spam caller. I'm not even going to answer that. I don't have hands free anyway.